Alright, so today we're doing 5 tips and tricks that you can use in your arena and competitive gameplay that I think is super useful. Alright, so for our first trick, it's going to be a cone trick with the box. So you're going to take the wall, and you're going to make this left corner edit, right? And you're going to place the cone here, and they won't be phasing it, right? Because they're going to be near the back of their box, they shouldn't be phasing it. Jump up, James. So they're gonna try and jump, maybe to get a shot or something. So immediately once you place it, you're gonna wanna do this edit. So you're either gonna wanna edit 2 here, or you're gonna wanna do 1 here. So the benefits of each is the 2 gives actually if you just wanna go through and then make another box here, compared to the first one I'm gonna show, the cone here. The one side is going to be more aggressive because they can just do this and flip them. Or just do that and they'll have an open shot of them. Because if you look at it here with this cone, it blocks and then drop them. And that'll kill them. That's our first trick. Alright, so here's the enemy's vantage point of the first trick. Okay, now go do the other one. Take the, yeah, go. So for our second trick, it's going to be a ramp trick. So you're going to want to take your ramp, right? And you're going to want to rotate it. You want to rotate it once, so you have it at an angle like that, and then you want to take this wall, make this edit, and then place that there, but come to the right side here. Then you can re-edit this left side, and then like a Mongol classic, do that. And just kill them like that. Pretty simple, short little trick. And it works pretty efficiently because that pretty much blocks all shots from them, and you can just tap their toes like that. Here's the enemy's viewpoint of the second trick. As you can see, I'm getting very minimal damage on him, like 12 damage, 20 damage on him every time. So that's a fairly good technique. Alright, for trick 3, we're going to do a nice piece control trick here. So what you want to do is you want to get right hand peek on the wall that you're trying to take. And you want to build a wall and a ramp here. And then from here you're going to want to take this wall, and you can do multiple different edits. You can do a edit like that, see if you can draw your enemy for a pre-fire shot. You can do a top edit here. And even with that top edit, if they try and come out, you can take the ramp there and edit them back so they have not a lot of space to move around. Or you can just do a simple edit like that. There's multiple different ways that you can keep this piece control trick. Simple peanut butter edit where you can just flip them with your pack or your charge shotgun. And even then, once you lower them, you can just get in with a quick, any one of these simple tricks. So those are a lot of good techniques for this. It all has to do with just editing and knowing your piece control, and piece control is probably one of the most important parts in box fighting. So that's a very good trick. Alright, so this is your enemy's vantage point of this trick. Like, I can barely see James right now. And even with that ramp there, it's even harder. And the only way that I hit him was when he, like, completely dropped down because I broke his builds. Alright, so this is our fourth tip here. It's going to be a phasing trick that is very useful in box fights. What you're going to do is, if someone's pressuring your box, your enemy, you want to build a ramp here, and you'll phase this ramp, right? And then I can shoot him through the ramp, and I can make an edit, and I can, if he tries to break it, then I can just do it again. And do it until, like, it works. And it gets hard, but he can barely see me. And so it's hard initially when you do it. For that, it's kind of hard to see, but you'll get used to it, and he's got to know when to do it right, but it's a little difficult. So this is what your enemy's going to see when you're rushing his box. So I take your wall, and then I can only see his feet. Really, I can only see his feet there, and it's super hard to see. So that's very good trick. Alright, so for our fifth and final trick, it's going to be a tunneling trick. It's going to be this triangle tunnel here. So when you're using this triangle tunnel, it's very useful in competitive and arena games because it doesn't cost a lot of mats, and it's going to be better. It's going to be a lot easier to learn than this full tunnel tarp if you're not used to the full tunnel tarp. It's a lot easier to learn because this full tunnel tarp, first off, it's going to cost you anywhere between 4 and 5 mats to do to full tunnel tarp. I mean, it's a lot slower than this triangle tarp. This triangle tarp is so useful. You just can go super fast with this because you're basically sprinting the whole time. Compared to this full tunnel tarp, you can't really sprint to do it unless you're really, really good at it, which a lot of players aren't. So you're going to want to use this triangle tarp whenever you're running out of mats, and it's so useful. Alright, so here's what the triangle trick is going to look like from high ground. And so when you can use this competitive, this is what it's going to look like from high ground that the enemy team is going to see. So it's going to be very hard to shoot out. In order to shoot out, you need to shoot out 3 different tiles, and usually in arena you're going to be using hard mats for that. So it is very useful. And I'm also going to show you from low ground here. Alright, here's the low ground view. Now, on low ground, you can shoot someone out here, but it's very hard because they're going to be in constant motion this whole time, basically, doing this tarp, compared to a full body tarp, where sometimes the lower level players will have to slow down, and you can just shoot them out. Compared to this, it's going to be a hard tarp to shoot out. And I mean, you're only using 3 mats per, so it's very useful. Alright, so that's the 5 tips and tricks that you learned today. Hope you guys learned something new. Comment down below if there's any other tips and tricks, and I'll see you guys next time.